Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying a delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now, where's my bell?
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, at least it doesn't smell like
Welcome to the morning show.
Morning.
I don't even have a microphone. How'd you do a mic check without me having a microphone?
I did it when I was over here.
Oh, you did?
We did it with everybody else.
Nice.
Welcome.
Nice outfit you got going. I feel you're like Croc Dundee.
He's in there somewhere.
He's in there. You're gonna make my
Paul
nose twitch.
Hogan.
So we have a new cupcake monster. Cupcake monster in the house.
At least I finally have a name.
She was here when I got here and I asked her if she slept, if Althea sleeps. She goes, why? It's because you were posting Cupcake Wars at midnight and you're here. I would be in like a sugar coma, sick all night long. I don't know how you did.
was.
And then I thought you were kidding that you actually ate them.
No, I ate them all.
How many?
6.
Is that a record?
No, that's diarrhea.
I've eaten an entire cake before.
That's diarrhea.
Oh, well, not even I would go do that.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
I've eaten
Abdullah would. I've seen him eat a hot dog and devour it.
I've eaten like half a cheesecake before. I
one
love
sitting?
a cheesecake. Yeah.
You got a whole cake in one
As
sitting?
skinny as you are, you can eat 4 cheesecakes.
But then you get sick.
Now you don't
Yeah.
get sick. Yeah, look at her.
Yeah, I didn't feel very good after it, but it was my birthday and it was worth it.
And you got sick?
No.
What kind of cupcakes were those?
Vanilla and chocolate with whipped buttercream icing.
And where'd you get them from?
Publix.
So you bought a whole case of cupcakes to eat?
Okay, here's my thought
Tell
process.
me.
No. Before you even say that,
shut
I'm
up.
gonna say the events that transpired on Friday.
Oh, like,
How do you know?
Because
this was part 2.
this.
Oh, this was when we
this
weren't
is an
here.
ongoing ordeal. When you guys weren't here on Friday, we had gone to Publix to get lunch.
Put yourself up. Yeah.
Put myself up.
Yeah, get the
We had
geocam.
gone to Publix to get lunch.
There's the
We
camera.
went to Publix, okay? Like a normal human being, myself and Schneider got pub subs, right? Kiara got seaweed or something.
Nori.
You do not laugh. You do not laugh.
See, she got
She
cupcakes?
She got an entire package of cupcakes and carrot cake. And when Schneider and I looked at her and said, "Oh, you're getting that for your family," she goes, "No, this is just for me."
God forbid girl likes a sweet treat.
Okay,
This
now
is
God
just
forbid.
for me. So then
That's a coma.
we go, "What the hell do you mean it's just for you?" And she's like, "Oh, well, I eat this and I don't let my family have any of it. And I don't want my mom to get mad at me. She would kill me if she saw me buy this."
my mom would do the same thing if I did that.
No food shaming whatsoever.
No,
but I
no
just don't know
food
how your
shaming.
stomach can handle it.
I don't.
Well, it's different when you're young. You can handle that. When
Wait
you're
a minute.
adult.
Wait a minute. So this all transpired on Friday?
Yes, so yesterday was part 2. Yesterday was part 2.
You tell me.
Tell him, that you can't hear him because he's mumbling.
It was part two.
can't hear him through the
Well, this morning was part 3. She came with a protein shake looking for a straw because she's like, well, not contrary to what you saw last night. So then I thought it was like a joke. I'm eating healthy. And I'm like, no judgment here, but it's all good.
Okay, here's my thought process. I'm going to be eating healthy from now on, okay? I even meal prepped my breakfast. I have a breakfast burrito that I brought. And I was like, why don't I just go out with, like, you know, stuff that I want to eat? So let me eat this final 6 cupcakes. And
So it was your final meal?
yes, it was my final meal. So let me eat these 6 cupcakes. And then, you know, I get to eat healthy from now on.
Not even trying to wane herself off, just immediately eating all 6 at once.
Well, let me.
She's
hold on.
detoxing right now.
Keep it in the house because my mom will see it.
Let me interject a couple of things.
You're
here.
a grown adult.
Yeah,
You
no,
would think.
going the wording you use, going out, you keep eating these cakes, you're gonna go out all right. First thing is not healthy for you. Forget about mom for a second. Second thing is, why are you so jealous? If she wants to have 20 cupcakes, let her. It's not your life, it's
not
hers.
Jealousy. It's just like absurd. If I ate 6 steaks in one sitting, everybody would look at me and be like, "Jesus, Gio, like you got to use the bathroom."
Gio, no, Gio.
Well, it depends what the ounces were.
Gio, nobody is looking at you. You can eat 6 steaks and everybody would applaud. That's the first thing.
That's a challenge somewhere.
I understand. You seem to be feeling like people always
I
watching
think
you.
as a society, we don't just comment on people's eating. You just don't do that anymore. Like, there's no point. It's like an unsolicited comment. So
I think we
don't do
should.
it. No, we shouldn't.
I mean, it
Because you don't know what
depends.
people are going through and their mentality. and
Well,
their
the only concern I have is the amount of sugar that you're inhaling. Anything short of that, I mean, I'm a type 2 diabetic. That's why I say that. But anything short of that, I remember
We
when.
used to have 2 donuts every morning for breakfast.
That's right, and that's what happened to me.
Type 2
I used to
diabetic.
have 2 jelly donuts 5 days a week with a cup of coffee, or a blueberry muffin with butter.
How good was it?
Oh my God! So I know the love, and you think about it. And I look at G-Man; he eats trees and roots, a lot of green juices, but he's built like a Sherman tank. But at the same time, to help somebody get through this thing, because you're right, you don't know what you're going through. Don't be a hater. You can have 6 steaks, you can have 12-pound cakes, you got whatever you want, because you're light.
I'm not a hater. You know, you're still my friend after the 6 cupcakes. But
I just found it funny.
But what you guys were saying, that verbiage you were using in the chat, I'm like,
Because it
what
was
does even
absurd.
this mean?
I'm in the waiting room waiting for my friend to get to the theater so her and I can watch Final Destination, and I see this cartel execution photo of the empty box of the
Oh wow!
That was hilarious.
6 cupcakes in one sitting. Even that's too much for
Abdul,
me.
what's your record?
Well, normally when it comes to cupcakes, I usually just eat like 2 at the most in a single
Yes.
setting.
What's
But-
your hot dog?
Yeah, what's your hot dog record,
Oh, Lord.
Abdullah?
Hot dog. How many hot dogs do I usually eat in a single setting? Depending on the day, like maybe like. Well, whenever we make hot dogs, when we have like a barbecue day,
4?
3 or
No,
4.
no.
I have a taco
Stop.
record.
I've seen you eat 6.
7. Okay.
And
no, I
the
don't
last
eat-
one, you ate it in my car. I could not believe what?
That was a Costco. That's a double hot
No,
dog.
no. When we went down to North Miami, and they give out those hot dogs and hamburgers, this guy was a machine.
I understand the hot dogs though.
I have a
But I
taco.
make them at home.
How many hot dogs can you eat?
3.
How many can you eat?
But those are my hot dogs.
I can eat 5.
Not like
But I
the
don't.
regular hot dogs.
But
are
I
just
don't.
Bun and sausage. I can eat like 5 of those.
Regular
I can
hot
eat
dog.
5.
Yeah, but like my hot dogs, I can barely only eat stomach.
How
3.
many?
What's on your hot dog? Because she said it a
Butter,
few times.
Butter.
butter, candied bacon, jelly, and jalapenos and ketchup.
You know, that reminds me of last time my sister was eating dinner leftover from our restaurant. And she's like, "Oh my God, they had just too much butter in here. Or why? This is why this food is so dense." And she was literally using a napkin to try to absorb like the excess
Well,
butter.
you gotta be careful eating that.
Yeah.
Is no one taken aback by jelly on a hot dog?
No, I
Just
love
me?
that. I love that.
Okay.
I'm still
Didn't
stuck
know
on
that was a
butter.
normal
I'm
thing.
still stuck on the
Hey,
butter.
haven't you guys ever?
Didn't know that.
You toast
Butter's-
the bread and you butter it.
That I
If
picked
you
that
wanna
up. The
talk
jelly.
decadent,
Done that.
You
It's
gotta
very
go
good.
to Canada and try poutine.
No, I've had it. I don't like
Poutine.
No.
So it's basically French fries, cheese curds, and gravy.
Yeah.
I put French fries in my hot dog, but not that other stuff.
Well,
You
no.
also
So there's
put
actually a
Doritos in your hot
poutine
dog.
a
French
store
fries.
at Disney Springs, so you can actually have it there.
So you take your Doritos and you make a wall on your hot dog. That's the first. That's the most first thing. Then you could put ketchup. You could put beans. You could put bacon. Anything, because the Doritos is creating a wall, so it doesn't spill over.
See-
Because the one thing I hate is when stuff spills.
I only put Doritos on like a PB&J sandwich or a ham and cheese, and it's fire.
PB&J.
You gotta trust it.
Doritos with
Which kind?
peanut butter.
What do
Do you guys know that
regular
the Dorito was invented
with
at
grape
Disney?
jelly.
On a
only.
PB&J?
I don't like
Really?
strawberry jelly.
So one of the restaurants, they used to have these
Look at the
baked
face.
tortilla chips, and the guy that was there, basically literally who was based in Plano, created the Frito-Lay company out of that idea, because they were throwing away these baked tortilla chips.
Oh wow! So Doritos has.
Now, wait a minute. We have to ask. We have to ask one person here about how she eats her hot dogs.
Me? Yeah. Why me? I just
Because I see how you eat yours. You shred it into shreds. You eat some of the meat and not the bun. You take a half a hot dog bun off.
Yes, I usually always take it off. And then those other big Costco hot dogs, I should really just cut in half. That's why I give you the other half, because they taste good until they don't taste good for the rest of the
I
day.
gotta tell you, you
You know where
cannot.
the term hot
I
dog
just
comes
cannot
from?
eat that kind of food.
You cannot share a hot dog in half. That is sacrilegious.
Why?
Yeah,
The
I
angels
agree.
scream at you and say, "What are you doing?"
The hot dogs, you kind of take a bite and you think the next bite's going to be better, and it's not. And then you end up eating it thinking you're going to get that perfect bite, and you don't. And then I'm sick for the rest of the day. So no.
Have you ever?
You know what I do? I actually put butter on my the hot dog or hamburger buns, like olive oil butter, and grill that on the grill. Then put
Olive oil,
But I
butter.
do
I don't.
admire people that are foodies. I
Yeah.
truly, like my daughter-in-law and my son, they are foodies. And she gave me an entire list of restaurants to go to. And I'm like, this is just amazing. Like you love food. So for me, I admire and I like to watch and learn different ideas that taste really good or taste really bad.
Well, what I would like to do is, you see these two here? So we're going to play a game. You have to make something, it's easy for her, right? You have to make something that she wants to eat,
Oh, that's
and she has to make something you
A
want to
recipe
eat.
segment, a food segment.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is we're going to pick the two names out of a hat. So that way you cannot prep.
Two
Okay.
names of what they're making.
Yes, and you can't talk to each other.
Okay.
You have to know each other before you do it.
Cupcakes.
Wow, 9:45, not bad.
Remember, I'm
Plus
eating
one
healthy.
early.
Mr. Ryan.
Vegan cupcakes.
So we're gonna
Oh,
play
you're,
that.
you're eating healthy. I remember she's eating healthy.
Do like some vegan cupcakes.
They may give you a piece of lettuce with a tomato in the middle. Be careful.
Honestly, I would love that.
But here's my next question: what would happen if your mother found your food?
Oh my God.
Oh, it would have been a whole. I'm telling you, you can't keep eating this. You know, I have diabetes. Your family has diabetes, and then you're over here eating all this, and it's a whole other argument. And she's
Story
gonna
of
raid
my life.
room, and then she's gonna keep looking in my trash, and just like, Mom, please.
So what do? You
So basically, I have a trash can in my room, so I just. And if it's night, I don't like going out at night, so I just hide it under my bed, take out the trash when I leave in the morning before she comes back for work. Or I hide it at the bottom of the trash bin that we have.
You
in the
better hope
kitchen
she's not watching
and
this
cover it with
show.
all the other trash.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm texting your mom, bro.
Shut up.
It genuinely sounds
okay.
like it genuinely sounds like she's trying to do you a favor and help you.
Okay, I have had to. You don't understand the lengths I had to go to when I ordered. I ate an entire pizza in one night.
Okay, well I do that.
Well, actually, yeah, my dad used to do that when he was in my age. My
Well,
dad.
you've seen how much I eat.
A 16-inch pizza you
No,
ate?
no, small.
you could.
Like
I've
a
done
Domino's
small-
pizza?
A Domino's pizza.
Yeah, a Domino's
Those in the
pizza.
boarders probably
You
had
can
a pizza
demolish
with
A
it.
Domino's
Pizza.
pizza that's got the small
I
slices.
can't.
Yeah.
By
I don't-
myself.
Back in the day, could you?
Oh, back in the day, a murder
When you
burgers.
were their age, could you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the
now.
day, how many of
Now
those
you and I were like
hamburgers?
anything to.
How many of those White Castle hamburgers do you think you had? How many White
Sliders.
Castles?
Slide.
How many you
I
had?
don't think I ever had those.
I've
Yeah.
never had White Castle.
I never
30.
had those, yeah.
My mother stopped me at 20.
I had White
They didn't make it
Castle
up north
once.
yet.
When I was younger,
Well,
though,
they
because
sell
my
them
parents-
at the grocery store now.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
that's
but
how I
they're not
got
the same.
it
They're not the
tasted
same.
once.
Not the same.
Yeah,
My
because
mom
those
used
are
to
frozen.
bring me to a Chinese restaurant, a Chinese buffet specifically. When I was younger, you might think I have no self-control now, but when I was younger, I had even less self-control. My mom used to have to like roll me out of the Chinese place because I was so full. And then I would be
Yeah, the Oompa
in
Loompas are
so
coming.
much pain. So much pain walking out. I never learned, so that's how I learned moderation.
You know, there's China Kingdom up in Boynton, and it's a buffet, a Chinese. It's very clean and everything. Dawn will never enter the place, but
don't
I
like
can
buffets?
only imagine,
I
huh?
love buffets.
She doesn't like buffets.
She
like
doesn't, but they're
buffets,
very
sure.
clean. They got the glass, and then they have
But
sanitizer
everyone
all over
breathes
the
on the
place.
glass and you're inhaling back their stuff and you're touching all
I'm
the...
sorry. When you go to the movies, people are breathing on you too. Don't give me that.
I mean, you walk anywhere. I mean, do you
It's
keep
the
your...
touching of the tongue.
Let's be honest. Do you keep your toothbrush on the counter when you go to the like in your bathroom?
No.
No, I put it in the
No.
drawer.
It's on a
You
hanger.
put it. Do you put it in
It's
the
got
drawer?
a-
Don?
No,
A
but I don't
no?
use that bathroom.
Well,
You
you
don't
know,
use
there's
that
a
bathroom?
product out there called
She's in
Sterile
She's in the bubble bath.
Nobody
It goes over
uses
the
that
brush
bathroom.
end.
Not a
Yeah,
single soul.
Yeah, they do. I just don't.
I
Yeah,
have a
know,
Yeah.
it's gross.
Do you have a
And
toothbrush
and
cover?
then if they go and they have the
Toothbrush
lid
cover,
open
yeah.
when they flush the toilet, all
poop-
of that's going
I
everywhere. So
know.
the
Poop
buffet is the
particles.
least of your
That's why you
concern.
put the toilets. That's why you put the.
Well, you know,
toilet
Yeah,
seat
but
down.
you should get a
she can't
UV
control
cleaner.
everybody.
I can't control anyone, I know.
Yeah.
First of all, I think that being too with the germs makes you ill.
Maybe.
It does
Yeah.
because
If
you
you
don't
think
let
about it
any
too
germs
much.
in your body. You gotta have some germs.
When I was a little kid, I used to eat dirt.
Yeah.
That
You
probably
see
gave you a
that?
good immune
Dirt
system.
potions outside, drink the hose water.
You ate dirt
Yeah.
too? You picked up dirt and ate it?
Yeah. I was a kid. I would make my
What?
dirt stews with the fairies and the
You know, there was a
leaves.
moment there where I used to
You had to try
admire
it
you.
once
I
at
never did
least.
that.
So you enjoyed yesterday.
I think the
Yeah.
most unusual thing I ate was like a magnet once, and
I left my pot
What?
here. I wanted
Oh,
to
I
take
have
that.
it.
Can I
You're
have it?
wondering whose it was.
It was mine.
The what?
I want to paint a fairy house on it.
Pot. You should. Can I put it in my fairy?
fairy.
Yeah. Have you seen? There's this woman that I follow on TikTok, and she has like this root that has lifted her sidewalk up a little bit. So she put like a little wooden door, and she's made like a fairies land. And so her neighborhood kids, like they'll come in, they'll bring their own little fairy houses, and they'll just play outside. Then like she's made like concrete pavers
Well, you know-
for it, all this stuff. It's so cute.
Well, July 1st is National Fantasy Day. I thought maybe we should do something for that.
We should.
Possibly.
100%.
My
I'll
fantasy.
bring my costume and you guys can pick
No,
what you
no,
need.
no, we're not doing the costume thing. Listen,
Wizard hats.
my fantasies ain't your fantasies. And
I know.
I had a lady in the Bronx that did
Dark
that,
Fulfill
and they
your
robbed the whole
fantasies.
thing. They took even the raised cement. They
But
stole
you
it.
can fulfill your
Oh, yeah.
fantasies in Boynton Beach.
Me?
He's got to go to a fantasy fest. You.
I can fulfill my fantasies
I don't
everywhere.
even go there.
Well, you
Come
know
on.
what?
Yeah.
31st, I'm going to this concert
Would you-
down in
can-
Naples.
Would you like me to elaborate?
Nope.
No.
No, thank you.
No
I think
one would.
after
We're
this
good.
conversation, we know what Cupcake's fantasies are.
No.
What? Food?
So I had these
Remember, I'm
crazy,
healthy.
crazy dreams last night, and the end of
She
the
was
dream,
pregnant and she gave birth to G-Man.
No, you got crazy dreams too. That I was yelling at someone that I said, I'm so tired of people underestimating me. That was so I guess that was like the overall. I was someplace, and the presenter, someone was supposed to present at FAU about Hasbro toys, and the person who was presenting canceled, and I was right there, and you said to me, you'll do it, have Dawn do it, and they're like, no, she's not prepped, she doesn't know it. I'm like, listen, it's Mickey Mouse toys and Toy Story toys. This is my dream. I've totally got this. Just give me the toys so I can talk about them as I'm presenting. They're like, no, you're not ready enough, you don't have the experience. And I was so angry. At the end of my dream, which woke me up, I said, I am so tired of people underestimating what I can
Well, you
do.
want to present the toy here.
So I can
Present.
now I can present toys for Hasbro. So if you'd like me to present your toys, I'm more than happy to.
Does Hasbro make Toy Story and Mickey stuff?
Yeah, no.
I didn't think so.
Hasbro's
crazy is that
Transformers,
dream?
G.I.
I
Joe.
didn't think so.
No, it's
Nerf.
like not even a legitimate
Didn't that,
thing.
I heard some the thing about current Hasbro. They have not been doing so well. I heard like they kind of like mismatched some
So
stuff. I haven't heard.
Maybe they need me then.
It's because kids
Who
don't play
knows?
with toys; they play
Maybe
with
I
tablets.
can help them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
you know,
because
the
the
thing is
toys
with, like-
nowadays are so weird. Did you guys see that whole craze about the toy basically a lot of toys these days are just poop toys?
Yeah.
Like they literally you create like this weird like goop and then it just shits it out and it's like
What?
that's the toy. Yeah.
I never heard
It's
of that.
crazy.
I did have a Barbie horse that poop pellets though, but that was a normal thing.
It's some weirdo's fetish out there. I swear to God, they're like,
Well, it's better-
Nowadays, like adult collectors are the biggest buyer of toys more than kids.
Yeah.
I have a video on that. I have a video.
Yeah,
on
like
that.
so. One of the rarest Star Wars toys is the Boba Fett that had from the '70s that actually shot the missile. If you have one of those, it's worth $17,000 on the collector's market.
Dang.
So my sister never liked any toy that pooped, because she was another germaphobe like somebody else. So I had this G.I. Joe that pooped, and she took and threw the whole thing down the incinerator.
What's the infatuation?
Why
through
would
the
G.I. Joe be? That doesn't seem very G.I. Joe of
Well,
him.
because it was a tile to teach kids that it was okay to poop. When you were growing up and you were a kid,
Poop?
yeah, when you were going, Giovanni went through this with me as well. He's like, "Oh my God, that's a piece of me going down the toilet." No, it's okay. No, he was screaming all over the place.
Yeah,
So
my
they had
brother
these
had a
dolls.
fear of drains growing up.
So they had these dolls that used to, but my sister says that's the most disgusting thing she threw in the incinerator. Not in the garbage. I mean, it went down in the
You had
incinerator.
an
It was dark.
incinerator?
I'm
Yeah, I lived in a
fireplace.
commercial building.
Oh,
Okay, I think we've got some
okay.
videos, right? So
Yeah.
let's play our TikTok.
I
time intro,
said some things.
And let's see what we've got.
It's TikTok time,
TikTok,
everybody.
have you look at
I don't have any of them in here. Give me a second.
Wow,
You have to
fire
put up.
him.
You have the TikTok time.
Alex said
assembly.
she put
I
them
have
in.
TikTok time, but I don't want to play TikTok time until I have the TikTok.
All right, so why don't we take a commercial break and load up some videos. More to come. Happy. What a Tuesday, everyone. We're back.
TikTok.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Hi, I'm David Vito Quaderno, the owner of Xavier Restaurant in Meisner Plaza, that is in front of Meisner Park. We're a Sicilian cuisine restaurant, so I'm Sicilian. I'm just arrived from Sicily. I live in Catania, the east coast of Sicily. We offer the traditional Sicilian cuisine with the traditional ingredients that I used to import from Sicily, from the cheese to the oregano to the anchovies and different kind of fish. This is a family business already from the 1897, so it's almost 130 years business, and we're offering here the best. This is the first restaurant in
Ding ding, here we are at the favorite chocolate store.
Sure's Chocolate. If you could have smell-o-vision in this space, oh my gosh. Tell us about Sure's Chocolate.
Well, we hand make almost everything in chocolate. We do it all in the back room here. We have a workshop back there. We just love what we do.
Everything's here from Easter bunnies to truffles to mints to, I see this toffee pretzel crunch.
It's probably our best seller. Everybody loves, when they come in, some people are a little grumpy when they walk in, but when they leave, they're happy. Everybody.
That's the way chocolate works.
Nobody ever leaves unhappy. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
If you can spell chocolate, you come here, they got it. It's everything.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years, doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
At Revive Air, we're revolutionizing indoor air quality with Air Shield technology. Our commitment is clear, delivering advanced air disinfection solutions for healthier, safer environments across all indoor spaces. Air Shield utilizes patented confined plasma field technology to neutralize viruses, bacteria, mold spores, allergens, and more, ensuring cleaner, safer air for everyone. Breathe safe with Revive Air. Visit airshield.com or call 608-807-8677 to learn more. That's 608-807-8677 to learn more. Revive Air, redefining clean air. Because you are what you breathe.
And here we are at Dope Vegan.
Can you imagine?
West Palm Beach.
Only in Florida can you spend the week before Christmas outside listening to Christmas music and getting ready for a holiday lunch at Dope Vegan. Amazing.
It's unbelievable.
What a cool place, right?
What I like is we're going to have a snowball fight.
You might have like a grass fight. I'm looking at the menu and to see that everything is vegan. The Dope Burger has vegan cheese, burger, vegan bacon even. Yes. And then you're like, what is vegan bacon? No bacon, everything's tofu, sweet potato fries. The owner is incredible. They were one of the kind sponsors of the Ant Media Futures Foundation fundraiser that we had in the studio. So we thought, let's check it out. So check out all of this delicious food that's coming your way. Stop on by. It's at 175 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach. So it's right off of Southern and Military, right on the corner. You cannot miss it when you get off of the street. So come on by anytime you're in the area. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe Show and Ant Media sent you. Let us know what you think.
And don't be late.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
All right, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's TikTok time. All right, so what do we got? What do we have for TikTok time today, Gio?
What's
Anything
on the TikTok?
board?
I didn't send anything. I don't know whose is what, so I'm just gonna play them in order.
All right,
that
we'll
they're
discuss
saved.
them as we
I
go
sent
on.
3 things. I only remember what one of them was. though.
Let's see what we've got.
That's because she's.
And one of them is for Freddie. Oh, I sent this. Look how cool this is. I don't know, but like, look at. I don't know, but I just thought, like, look how athletic these people are getting up there and being able to defend, and then they land on their feet still for the
Is
most
that a
part.
mesh?
Yeah, like a net.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a sport like that in Brazil.
I thought it would be
What's
cool.
it called? A Brazilian?
It's like
I can't
soccer
remember
with
what it
a
is, but it's-
volleyball net.
But it's your goal is to keep the ball off the ground, and it's like volleyball. You go back and forth.
Wow, that's really good.
But
Where'd you
this looks
find
like
that?
it was
On
in
Facebook.
Asia or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, apparently, like, people in China, even elderly people, could like do like ridiculous athletic stuff, like I don't know, like twirling on like those not monkey bars, but like, you know what do you call that thing where people
The high horse.
The high horse, where you just there's a
Elderly people. on a high
I'm
horse.
generalizing all elderly
It's called
Asian.
I
people.
seen a 92-year-old do a flipboard.
Yeah, it's called
92-year-old.
buka ball or kick volleyball. It was
That's what that is, buka ball?
Yeah.
ball.
I just thought it was really cool. I was like, I don't think
that's pretty cool.
I think we
I've
should
met
start a
anyone
league.
at Athletic to do that.
Start a league and watch everybody bust a hammy.
I can't even like touch my toes, so that's not happening.
I don't touch
touch
my toe. I
I
let
think
other
we need
people
to get
touch my
Freddie a
toes.
reflexology mat.
What?
Good idea. All right, what else do we
Freddie
have?
can't even see his toes.
I can see yours.
No, it's like a form of acupuncture where you step on certain things and it alleviates certain physical complaints.
Interesting. Here's the next one.
Oh, I thought this was cute.
Watch what happens when I put on my senior.
A few moments later.
These are what people are doing instead of having kids. They're just like, let me just get a dog and
I wanted you to
the
get a
grand
glimpse
dogs.
into what I see on
There
my
is
social
something
media.
wrong. There's something wrong with this country. It
Um,
really
What
is.
the worst is
Sometimes dogs look better than the humans that they're,
Oh,
they're
for
like, I'm
sure.
Well,
poor,
yeah, they
but my
always
dog
are because
doesn't like
they
a
love
king.
you unconditionally.
No, but like, have you
Millennial
seen like there's homeless people who
couples be like
prioritize
it.
taking care of their dogs before
'Cause
they
it's like
ever
the
take
only
care of
thing
That's
themselves.
why
It's the
they're
only thing keeping them like.
homeless.
Well,
No,
like
it's the
while they're
only
on the
thing
streets,
keeping them
though.
like sane. I've heard that it's a good statistic to try if someone's depressed and they want to make themselves go away. It's better to like give them an animal to take care of because they're gonna live to take care of that animal. So it's gonna keep them going.
We're gonna get you an animal, Freddie. Other
There's,
than
there's actually something they call
I got a whole
puppy
bunch of
therapy.
animals in here.
No,
I'm
the
gonna get you a
worst-
rubber band,
What?
and you're gonna wear it. And every time you want to eat a cupcake, you're gonna snap it.
I've thought of that. I tried it once, didn't work. I just got annoyed and took
You
it off.
just need a bigger rubber band. What were you gonna say?
No, the worst is with animals like that. The first thing my mind goes to, my uncle is a breeder, and people like mass breed pugs to the point where they get the deformation in their nose because their snout is already so short that they just cannot breathe and their
And
entire
their skull
life
is, like, deformed.
miserable.
All right, so
You
let
know,
me.
the
let me-
majority of
hold-
like domestic dogs, if you think about it, are kind of like genetic abominations.
All right, so hold on.
Yeah,
That's the first thing you go to. Go
My
to the
dog is
second thing
not
because
an
that whole thing
abomination.
makes no sense. Moving on.
Freddie,
Next.
no
this one's
sense.
for you. Freddie.
No, that one makes no sense. You're
No,
thinking
they-
about your uncle who destroys dogs.
No, my uncle doesn't do that, but I'm saying there's people who do because there's a lot of
Oh,
money in the
that's not what
animal
he said.
market.
What he said.
That's what I heard.
All right, what's next?
Next is
We're gonna have to read this.
Not the Bible if God watching.
So it says, boyfriend.
Oh yes.
Did you
I'll
know?
pause it.
Did you wait? I can't find it. Did you know that it's proven that women use twice as many words as men? And then the woman goes, because we always have to repeat ourselves. Boyfriend goes, what?
And then, to that point, Chuck says to me, why do you repeat yourself over and over? One, I only do that with certain people. Two, if you acknowledge me the first time, I wouldn't have to say it again. Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
Three, that. Freddie, do you hear? This is you. And I'm having a whole conversation.
Yeah.
Questions, answers.
And then you're like,
Question, answer, and you look up,
Huh?
and you look down, and then you put your phone down. And nothing comes out of your mouth.
We're just too busy taking care of business.
Did you hear me?
Shush.
Do you not choose to
I heard
respond?
That's why they
Everything
get
you
all the
said.
words out when you get home.
Why don't you answer, though?
Because there's no need to have an answer. You made a comment, okay? What do you want me to do? Stand on the table and says, I heard
Yes,
what
I
you
agree.
said.
This,
You
that.
can you can acknowledge the fact that another human is speaking to you.
Yeah,
A
it's
simple-
like basic courtesy.
Will be nice.
First of all, okay.
Or he'll say to me, his comment that always digs in my gut is, well, that's not fair. And I'm like,
Life's
This
not
whole
fair.
conversation is not fair.
that's what he
You're
says to me.
accusing
Well,
me of something I don't do.
You don't answer when we talk to you.
You know, you sound like Linda. Linda says the same thing to me. I listen to everything you say.
You just don't answer.
No, I'm registering what you're saying to come up with an answer. Because 99% of the time, what you guys say to me
We're yelling at
is a problem. Something we have to fix. Something we have to do. Do you like this? There's a lot of stuff.
Okay. Caveat. I understand when someone's talking to you. I'm not good when it comes to like answering immediately, so I have to kind of be like, I hear what you're saying, and in my head I'm like thinking of a response, and in that time my mom's like, did you hear me? I'm like, oh, I heard you. I'm just give me a second give me a second while I process and come up with a response.
If my mom's on her phone, she don't hear me.
Oh yeah,
She cannot multitask. If she's on her phone, it's like I'm not even there.
On Friday, I sat when we were setting up the shoot. Nina was there, Gata was there, and Dawn was there. And I sat by the bar away from what they were doing, and I was watching. That's all. So this one comes over, why are you sitting? Why? And she must have asked me 15 times.
And then somebody came over and asked if we were upset with them, why we were not engaging in conversation. There was so much going on Friday.
But what she doesn't understand, what nobody understands, is I wasn't watching our crew. I was watching the reaction to our crew. Okay, so you gotta get deep sometimes.
We also gotta express your
No,
what you're doing.
I don't, because my secret sauce is knowing what other people don't.
But at least like tell Dawn.
She should know this by now. So I was watching, or maybe she doesn't. I was watching other people's reaction to what was going on. Oh, because if you saw what they were doing and putting together, it looked really, really good. I gotta tell you, not because Nina's sitting here, but that whole thing looked really solid. And I'm watching as people walk by, because they also closed the pathway. You gotta go around. I wanted to see how people's reaction was going to be. That's all that we're talking about. It was their setup. So when you ask me something, it's not that I'm not giving you an answer. And then I looked at you, and I looked at you, and you didn't get it. I don't know the words. I know
Get
the
a
melody.
dictionary.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you repeat everything again?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
That's why you spend more
What were you
time
saying?
speaking, because you got to talk to us with double word. Like you guys this morning with this. Okay, so we went to Boynton yesterday, and it took me 17 hours to print this.
We have to print it again.
Because the printer, for whatever reason, doesn't like me. It's not her, it's me. Then they bring it to my attention that it has misspelled words. Right?
That's why
So
I use
why-
Grammarly.
Hold
One
on.
misspelled word and
Time out.
one
Stop.
punctuation error.
Stop. Instead of fixing it, you bring it to my attention. That's the last thing in the world you want to do. You don't want to bring it to my attention, because I'm going to bust all over you. Or you go to college, you don't know how to spell.
Hit that button for a second.
Yeah, can you hit the button?
Hit the
please?
You know what I mean? You use
Thank
you
you.
use DA.
Huh?
You use the word DA, which I can't say on the air.
Yeah.
That's worse.
Yeah.
But if you bring me a problem, resolve it. That's all. Just resolve it.
We'll resolve it today.
Thank you.
I figured
Yeah.
since you printed it, you may have had the copy
I
of
had
it.
nothing to
therefore
do-
were able to fix it.
I had nothing to do with this. What I tried to do, in the midst of chaos. You were here yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the chaos?
I saw you try to print it, yeah.
No. You see the chaos around us. You were in the
Oh,
back,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How many things were happening back there yesterday?
I had to leave because I got too overwhelmed.
Oh my God. Now, can you imagine you have to stay and answer every question that was thrown in that circle? Every comment, every voiceover, every this, every that. And there must have been 27 problems. And guess what? My friend comes over. Hey, you. Hey, I got to talk to you. Hey. She's sounding like a parrot.
And Jay looked at me. She's like, "Oh, he's in trouble." She knew.
But there was so many things going on
I
at
know.
one
There's
time.
so many things.
I don't always have an answer, guys. Sometimes I'm going to give you the look because I'm in the midst of chaos.
I think Heather, you say something over there?
Yeah, I said user error.
You said that about 12 times. User error, user error.
We heard a voice coming from beyond.
User error, user error. All I heard was user error.
All right, what else do we have, Gio?
We have two more. We have. I don't even want to play this one because it's gonna start the gender war again.
Let's go play it. I did it on purpose.
Oh, I see.
I brought this one just because I knew.
Fold the underwear.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Who the hell got time to be doing folding that like that? Who the hell?
I do.
Wow.
I fold my laundry very nicely,
I fold
actually.
mine.
Not underwear.
I fold my underwear.
Guys only fold underwear. Not their shirts, not their pants, nothing.
Actually, no.
Just underwear. You know why? Because it's close to the butt.
No.
I fold my underwear and then I take both of the socks and I roll them together so they stay a pair.
Yeah, that.
And then I
that
hang,
makes sense.
I hang the rest of my stuff.
And when women wash a guy's clothes, your socks have a tendency of becoming two go in, one come out.
Yes, I don't know where. I don't know why.
They end up in the dryer vent.
No, you don't know where they end up. And then, okay, what happened?
Yeah, they end up in the vent, but
And I'm
like,
missing a sock. I don't care that I'm missing a sock. It really does not matter to me that I'm missing a sock.
It matters to a
because
guy.
I ordered 6 more pairs, so I'm missing one.
but guys-
It matters to me.
So Chuck says, "You're missing a sock. Okay, where do you think it is? Don't know. Well, what are you going to do? I don't know. Find another pair of socks. Well, what happened? You just wore them. So there's some place between my room, the washer, and the dryer. But where are they? I don't know. Don't care. Not worth a 10-minute conversation on one sock.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm glad that's worth.
I just
the
mix and
conversation.
match socks.
Yeah, I usually just wait until I lose another similar sock, and then they become like I'm wearing mismatched ankle socks right
Do you know how
now.
vital socks are to a guy?
No.
I mean, do you have any idea of how much we personally take our socks?
Why?
Because it's ours. It's probably the only thing we have left. We don't got the bathroom anymore. We have socks. So they sell the box staple. The sock staple. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
It staples your socks together so that a woman
yes, of course.
cannot lose. Because I think they do it on purpose, bro. I think they purposely take one, throw it in the garbage just to drive a guy
You
crazy.
guys are losing your own socks, okay?
No.
Yes, you guys are losing your own socks.
Guys don't even want to wash their socks because you guys lose them.
Okay.
Look at what you do to your underwear.
What, you just threw them in?
Who loses their
Your
underwear?
underwear.
I've never lost a single underwear.
You don't because you fold yours. Women do not.
I
Women
fold
take-
mine. I don't fold mine and I don't lose them. What? I
Yeah.
know where all of them are.
When you get married, I want to find out what you're going to do with your husband's underwear and his socks.
I
Watch
saw
what happens.
that they now have bamboo underwear
Yes.
made from bamboo. It's
You get
supposed to be
splinters.
better for your bottom. But what happens if you buy it and it's not, and then you have to deal with it's not? Heather, ever heard of bamboo underwear?
I have bamboo pajamas.
Are they comfortable?
Yeah, because they're
lighter.
Yeah, they're lighter. So if you're a hot
They don't
sleeper,
itch?
no.
They say it's like more sustainable.
It's
So it's
literally
basically fibers made
basically
from
like
bamboo.
cotton. It's just a shirt. It doesn't feel like wood.
I run
Yeah,
hot
they
when
make bamboo sheets. So my mom has bamboo sheets because my dad sweats a lot. So it helps cool the bed and everything.
When I was a kid, my mother bought me a pair of fire-resistant pajamas. So from here to here and
And the
over here.
footies, yep.
And then you
Oh.
took it and you rubbed it against the sheet and it sparked.
And then it became illegal.
What?
It was full of...
How was that fire resistant? That's fire
Because
starting.
it was full of
a chemical that was fired.
asbestos or something.
But then I
Asbestos.
found out that you couldn't put that against your kid's body because it was like carcinogenic.
The amount of stuff that they're like, hey, actually,
What was that, like-
Never
What about
mind.
rubbing, those fuzzy pajamas, rubbing them on a rug and
For
shocking
touching people.
Oh my
But this thing used to spark. I used to tell my mother, "Mom, look at this." She went, "Take that off." She threw it in the garbage. She
You
got
had
to
a
go
very
to play.
active childhood between that and the dermaplast from yesterday. I've
Oh,
had
man.
visions,
I'm
nightmares. I don't know. That's like, oh
That
my
was a
god.
true
You know, as a
story,
kid, I
the
used to
dermaplast.
burn newspaper with a magnifying lens.
Oh wow!
I almost set my house on fire once doing that. For a brief period of time.
I thought you cooked
I
the
was
cupcake.
And you're an only child?
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder why?
Oh wow!
No.
You're a handful.
Apparently I was always up in my parents' business. But yeah, I almost set the house on fire once because I got obsessed with, like, my parents bought a lighter and I got obsessed with just, it's like pretty flame. And so I got the printer paper and I would just sit there setting it on fire. And then one day it started burning like, paper does. And I'm like, oh shit. So the setup of my room is that here's my room, here's my mom's room. My mom, the way her bed's positioned, she can see the instant I open my door. So I'm like, shit. So I hide the paper, the burning
hiding a lot
paper
of stuff these
behind my back. And I'm like,
Well, it was on
Your
fire.
bedroom is covered with ashes and
While it was on fire.
Yes,
Ashes, frosting, and
it
chocolate
was
cake.
literally on fire.
Sounds like an album.
Watch the
Can't even help
matches
but
and the
laughing.
candles in
See
here. We had a my cousin China bought
my God.
the Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, yeah.
Now you got to remember when we were kids, we didn't have any money to buy toys, right? So I don't know how the hell she got this thing, but it came in the box and everything, and everybody was excited about the Easy Bake Oven. So they went in there, and we went up to our house on the 5th floor, and you had a light bulb, right?
Yeah.
Put the light bulb in there, and I go downstairs. I said, when I come back, I'm gonna have some apple pie. I'm go downstairs to my house for a minute, and the fire trucks are coming up this street.
That's why the Easy Bake Oven was.
you probably went too high.
My-
You can only go as high as the
No,
dishes.
my cousin Wilfredo says it was taking forever, so he got a lighter. And he put the lighter in there, and the whole thing went on flame, and it burned the mattress.
Wow.
And all I see is the fire department taking the mattress out, taking the Easy Bake Oven out, taking the dresser out. The whole room went up like a tinderbox. And I'm sitting there going, I guess we ain't
Not my
having no
fault.
cake.
Well, you know, so you had the Easy Bake Oven, and for the boys had the creepy crawlers, which was the same thing.
His childhood, man. I gotta tell you.
You had to have an Easy Bake Oven?
Sure.
We never got one again.
I never got one.
Never got one.
I really wanted
I just
one.
used the actual
Giorgio?
oven.
We have one more. This one I have a personal attachment to because it really frustrates me.
Is
Yep,
it
I
yours?
know what you're
Is it
talking
yours?
about. No, it's
Is
mine.
it yours?
It's not mine.
It's mine.
But this is something I actively deal with every day.
Oh,
And we were, I was when we were at Costco looking. This is a video from Costco. You'll see.
Can you guess what those people are doing? What they're searching for?
They're not searching. They got the holy grail.
Is it underwear?
They have it all.
Where's the sock?
What is that, socks?
No,
Underwear?
it's not socks.
What was that?
It's Pokemon cards.
Yep.
Oh
And those are grown
Boxes.
men.
Wow.
Boxes and boxes of Pokemon cards.
These are
So
made
what-
for children, and
so-
no children are getting them.
I've never understood the
Those
Pokemon
people,
thing.
those people are called scalpers, and what they'll do
No, is they'll buy it up and
they'll
sell it
buy
10 times the price.
everything. They buy everything. It's not exclusively Pokemon, but it's a big problem for people who like to collect the card. It's a hobby, not anymore because these people are buying them.
Do
all,
you know
and it's frustrating.
Do you know the used car cards market? Do you know it? Do you know
Yes.
how expensive they can be?
Pokemon, of course.
Any card, like
Any
baseball,
any
football.
card, yes, but
I got 1,000. Gato gave me 1,000 cards in the back. Maybe 5,000 cards. Baseball.
are you
cards.
DA right now?
Am I what?
Are you DA?
What's that? No.
You said it.
No, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I know what it. I know
means
the
are
word.
you
He's asking.
But
He's
what does that
abbreviating
mean?
it. Oh, like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you dead?
I am.
You
Dead
are?
serious.
I am so DA right
Are
now
you?
that I'm dragging.
Yeah.
Are they good quality or are they like
No, they're
pulled out of
good.
the toilet?
No,
No,
they're
they're
good.
beautiful. They're
They're
all in
good.
plastic.
Really?
Yeah. So I
I'll
have
look
them back
through
there.
Give them to me.
And he says to me that he even has more. He says, I can't. They
I
don't
think
want me
we
to have
should
these
sell them
anymore.
and put all the money towards the foundation.
They're got
I think we should put them in
yeah,
packages.
But I'll figure out how much they are. I
We
can
put
do
them
that
in
easily.
packages and
I
sell
will
them 10 at a
organize
time.
Yeah. You
I
know
will
what?
put them
I'm
in
going
alphabetical
to.
order.
No, we have some.
No, you want to sell them.
I'm going to Barnes and Noble later today, anyways, and they sell little card protectors, little sleeves. So
Well, you know what's worth money?
Well, you could also go to
Easily.
Tower of
You can
Games
easily.
that's just down the street from here.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a meeting and let's take a look at them and then decide what to do with them.
Yeah.
But we do have them.
there's websites where you can easily figure out.
Now, I got to tell you,
Market price.
Pete Rose is just reenacted into baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you who don't know who Pete Rose is, in the history of the game since day one man has more hits, base hits, than any other human on the planet to play the game. That happened to be Pete Rose. I bought a bat from him. And I got mad at my son because he sends me Pete Rose's back. And I had predicted this 20 years ago that they were going to reenact him. So now there's a new rule. If you've been banned from the game, you're enacted after you die. So Mr. Bonds, who owns the so-called home run record, but there's a big debate about it, when he dies,
Barry
he'll be
Bonds.
active again, yes. But this bat, I looked it up, was worth $5,000.
You gonna get it back?
I doubt it, but if Gio gets it, I'm happy for it. Give it to Joey for his college fund. But I would like to bring it in here so you guys can see the bat. So I may have to make arrangements somehow to send him to go get it. But do you know the honor it is to meet a legend like that one time in your life and to get something from him, a bat or something? It is an unbelievable feeling. So these baseball things, these cars, these collections, I understand why the Pokemon is so big.
Yeah.
I get it. It's
No,
big money.
I mean, it's like the biggest franchise in the world, and it's something that I've been, doing.
You
since
have any?
Well, the founder of it was
I have a
actually
ton.
autistic.
I have a ton.
Of Pokemon?
Yeah. So he liked collecting bugs and he loved the idea of 150 different types of bugs. But in Japan, they also have things called stag beetle fights where they'll breed.
Yep.
It's like, like how you do championship horse racing.
Then answer me this. Pokemon has been around forever because I remember when Freddy was born, they had them. And so was Power Rangers. Why is it that the Power Rangers died off and
They're
the
still
Pokemon...
around, they're just
yeah,
not
but the
as popular.
Pokemon is popular.
Because Power Rangers, Power Rangers was American.
It's an Americanized version of a Japanese joke.
So it's Super
Yeah.
Sentai.
Exactly.
Is
And
that
we live in
is
an
that
era where,
real?
it's
Is
not
that
like
real?
there's like international barriers anymore. Or people are watching. I think most people when they watch Squid Game, they probably watch it in its original language and not the dub.
So because it's Japanese, it's valued as more valuable?
No,
It's viewed
Well,
as-
I feel like
it's
Power
just
Rangers
that
compared to Pokemon, you can't
it's
collect
fallen-
anything for Power Rangers.
Well,
can you?
it's not
You
even
can,
that.
But it's like it's just kind of like fallen. It didn't
So,
like
yeah,
keep
in
up
Japan,
the hype.
it's actually a
I guess if
series
it
as
was
a type
as
of genre,
popular
like-
as
Pokemon, they kept up the hype?
Yeah.
They did.
Well, I guess it's easier
The
to
games
expand
and
upon
the-
hundreds
yeah.
of creatures already than it
Than,
is
like,
5 people.
It's far easily marketable, and also
You can market it to
you just look into how the Japanese like culture is, and they're very like they like their anime, they like their little franchisable, marketable things.
Yeah, that's
It
why I
makes
forget
sense why it
the
blew
Did you
up.
remember the little Tamagotchis, or was that before your time?
I
Those
had
little
that was my
Tamagotchis?
time.
Tamagotchis?
What's
No,
a
I had a
Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi.
What
They
is
were
it?
digital
like a
pets.
virtual pet that you took care of.
A visual?
Mine always died.
They
Virtual
would
pet?
beep
They're like a little
all the
square.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, feed me, feed me.
Was that Japanese?
Yeah.
Remember the Tamagotchis?
How many you
In
got?
fact, there's actually one of those in the movie Turning Red. The mom ends up getting it at the end.
I remember getting it at Epcot in the Japan Pavilion, like all the things to buy.
Oh, I love
with these
Epcot.
I would
little
buy a Tamagotchi.
things.
I remember the Pokemon game that you had to chase them on your
Pokemon
phone.
Go.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
That
Oh my
so I'm
God,
at the
yeah.
radio station
That killed
and
people.
it beeped, so I had to take
Yeah.
the elevator down. I almost got run over by a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I said,
why.
"I better
That's
stop
why
playing
they.
this."
That's why they put locks on it, saying that you can't do that.
Yeah, because
unless
people
you're paying
are
attention.
literally walking off cliffs and
Yeah.
dying.
No,
I
you
think
could,
there was
First off,
limited-
It was a good
First
COVID
off,
game.
don't be a lemming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, I heard about cases of like in some countries like Bosnia where like Pokemon Go became kind of dangerous. In countries where there were still landmines like Bosnia.
Landmines. That's a good place to play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nina, good
Honestly,
morning.
it
Nina, do you
enhances-
play Pokemon Go?
Nina's quiet today.
She's quiet every day.
My sister used to do it, but I never really did it. I also didn't get a
So I
cell phone
missed
until
out on
like
the whole
way
thing,
after
'cause I
she
was in a
did.
boarding
So
school.
How old were you when you got a cell phone?
I was in like 6th grade, and I got like a refurbished phone, and I could only do one thing, and that was text my mom after
Was it
rehearsal.
a flip phone or like a slider
No,
one?
it was like a smartphone, but it
Oh,
was like
okay.
refurbished iPhone like 4.
What is your favorite game to play?
I don't know.
Snake.
That's so
Snake.
real of you.
Yeah,
That's so
Snake.
real.
What is Snake?
It was like one of the games that came like on those old when they still had the buttons and you just literally
How do
stood
you
there
know
as
about
the
that?
snake just ate.
You played it?
Yeah.
Of
Snake.
course.
It was like the first game I ever
You guys
played
played
on
it
the
too?
phone.
You played it?
I didn't get a
Yeah, I
phone until
probably
high
played
school.
it.
I didn't get a phone till I was 28.
I didn't get a.
Well, for me, not getting it until I was
until,
14, that was
later
like
high
crazy.
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
crazy.
I used to have
I didn't
the
have
old-
any social media until high school.
I bought
either.
the first brick phone. Remember the ones? And you had to plug in the antenna. It came in a bag. I was working at John Hancock. It must have weighed 5 pounds. So I used to go like this, and then you had to dial the code in, and I used to talk like this. And for every minute, I paid $10.
That's
so,
insane.
So I used to
Like-
just hold it up and make believe that I was talking on it.
Like
So
a
that people
child.
thought I had the gizmo
Every
of the
time you're
future.
in public, you just like
Yes.
act like you're talking on it. And
That's
everybody's
right.
Like, Damn, he's
I'll
got
get
money."
back to you. Yes.
Ever think that aliens left their technology here for us to play with?
Well, that's what the ancient aliens theory.
Well, you know, sometimes they left aliens
And
here.
me, I know. They left me here
They
too.
left aliens
We
here.
need
They
to
could
get,
take those back too.
Speaking,
we gotta get our resident expert in here to talk about the aliens. I feel like we're
speaking,
unqualified.
speaking. Have you guys ever seen the movie Independence Day?
Oh, I have. I have that. I think I have that on VHS.
So, did you ever wonder why the guy was able to infect the mothership with a virus?
Because it's a hive mind or something?
No. Because remember what they said about the alien spaceship that they used?
I never watched it.
Crash landed in the 50s in New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's the Roswell incident, which among conspiracy theories, they said that an alien spaceship...
Well, the whole movie.
Yeah, but they said that our modern technology was reverse engineered from that ship.
The whole
The first Transformers movie had something similar. Like, when
Yeah.
he discovered Megatron, they reverse engineered our technology off of him.
But the idea is that if our technology came from them, then our viruses could affect them because it's backwards.
The whole movie was based on all of this stuff that they've been talking about. But the thing that I never understood was they use the technology of line of sight. So you can only communicate with the other ships if you have line of sight. And
Yeah.
when the world's round, it falls off. So you have to be in certain positions. for
They
it
were
to work.
using our satellites to distribute it.
But that's our technology, not their technology.
our
that made no
technology
sense.
came from them.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. You're putting a virus. You're going back school to go forward school.
It actually works that way because like anyone who's got a PS4 knows that at some point PS3
But if you're
games
an
could work
alien,
on that.
if you're an alien, you're doing PS50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just find it
If you're an
weird how
alien, you're
people
just
like
watching
to...
everyone going, why are you guys just thinking
Why are you
about
guys
it
so
much?
stupid?
Are we?
are
We're
just
still
who
talking
we
about
are.
a movie right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you guys are very passionate.
Alien.
I just find it weird how everyone likes to contribute all of human advancement and all the smart people that got us here into, oh no, it was aliens. It couldn't have been us. It's like you're underestimating
it's
your
an
own
interesting
race so
idea.
badly. It's like we came up with Bluetooth. Like this.
But we
Actually,
radio
Hedy
waves.
Lamar actually came up with
Sorry,
it.
But we
actually
didn't.
about
But we didn't come up with it.
Hedy Lamar actually
then how
came
else
up
did
with
we
it.
But this is.
Or invented Bluetooth.
But this is the
That was Hedy
controversy.
Lamar.
This is the controversy.
It was actually a lady.
She
Her,
was
Well,
the
I'm gonna wait till he
inspiration for
finishes.
Catwoman.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar's mother invented Bluetooth.
Okay,
Oh.
but the object of the game.
No, she actually wrote the
Okay,
theory that
Michael,
created
hold
the
on a
first
second.
Wi-Fi.
Michael, hold on. So the object of the game is this. So you create a cup.
All I go is, what?
You create a cup.
What?
So you create a cup to hold water, right? And then the cup works, and you put all of this stuff on it for different reasons to do different things. And then you create a controversy. The cup came from the womb of an alien. Do you know why they do that?
Control. And
To
fear.
sell more cups.
Yeah.
They do it because controversy sells more. So they have all these theories and all this. You seen the JFK? Now they say there's 6 shooters. It's just crazy.
6 is kind of crazy.
It's crazy, but they're doing it because they're getting away with 5. So why not go to 6?
They think there's 5?
They
Five
think there's
is crazy,
3,
too.
4,
Five's
5.
crazy.
I don't know when we got to 5.
But everybody's
I don't even know what
watching
we're
it
talking
because of the controversy.
You don't
Now-
know JFK?
You know
I
JFK?
love conspiracy. Yeah.
You love
You love
conspiracy.
conspiracy
You
theories?
create
Yeah,
them.
like have you heard of the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Well, you see, controversy sells.
Yeah.
It's like ratings. So you ate 100 cupcakes. So we just went from 6 cupcakes to 100. And here's the controversy. You're going to say, wait a minute, that never happened. I'm going to say, yes, I have proof that it happened. I put together AIs of you eating 100 cupcakes. And I sell the video because who in their right mind, a la Giovanni says, eats 100 cupcakes?
I think we can go get a cupcake sponsor now.
Yeah, you could be the giant cupcake.
Remember, guys, I'm eating healthy.
I know, you don't have to eat it, but
It's for
As
5
you
there's
eat a
minutes.
enough people here that need
Shut
a
up.
cupcake sponsor.
But now we have to set it up to make money off of it. So don't eat healthy yet.
We can do a cookie one. I'll eat a lot of cookies.
Yo, we could do like a...
Like a
if we got
Sesame Street Cookie
no,
Monster.
No. I was thinking something completely different. You know Nikocado Avocado?
Yeah.
I know
those
you
things.
absolutely have no idea.
I do, yeah.
It's this guy.
That was
He used to be a vegan. He used to be like as skinny as me. And for years he would make mukbang videos where he just eats a ridiculous amount of food. And he ended up being like something like 450 pounds.
And but now he's skinny again.
I don't think so.
No. Have you seen his latest
You didn't
video?
see his like review?
Like, I'm 2 steps.
Okay,
Did
yeah,
you see
no,
the guy
that
who-
was like a year and a half ago, and he could have recorded that like
10 years ago. Do you see the guy that lived in McDonald's for 45 straight days?
I did see.
Oh,
that.
Ended up in the
Supersize Me?
hospital? Ended
No,
up in the
that's
hospital.
not Supersize Me.
He ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
You
The
ever
guy who
seen that?
lived
How,
in
wait, how does
McDonald's.
he live in McDonald's? Did he hide in the walls?
All he did was eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Well,
at
Lord
McDonald's.
did that with Taco Bell, and she lost
Actually,
like
I
80
remember
pounds.
hearing an article about this people who lived in the rafters of a Walmart. They literally lived off nothing but a hot plate in the ceiling tiles of the Walmart.
Oh.
I've always thought of that. You know, if I was ever in a desperate situation where I don't have a house, I'm like, where could I live?
But you remember those YouTubers who would try to like spend 24 hours in like
Oh,
a
yeah,
toilet
yeah.
paper fort in like Walmart and all those.
They're
You had to
dumb because
live
they were
in
trying to trash the
Walmart
place.
by yourself, and they gave you millions, and they wanted you to live there for a year, away from your family.
Yeah.
and everything
Yes.
else. And they turn off the power. They used to do different
They
things
sell
to make it
generators.
challenge. But they used to do different things to make it more difficult.
I'd do that.
Me, not me. I go to sleep until the year's up and wait.
I
Give
mean,
my
like,
$10 million.
I can reteach myself how to ride a bike. There's so many board games
I
out
can
there. There's
exercise.
magic kits. There's
Oh,
like,
you could live in
there's
Walmart for sure.
Legos.
Yeah.
There's
And it's
so
big
many
enough that you
clothes.
can
I can
run
have
around
so
and get
many
some
fashion
exercise.
shows.
I can
If I
feed the
have the
cake.
power, plug in the TV. It's all good.
just-
I can cook.
You can't
good
plug
enough.
the TV in.
I even
There
have a
was no
garden.
outside entertainment. But I would make it so that he made a bed out of Charmin. He made a bed and all that. I would just live there until
I would just make a bed
Why
out
was
of
you
the
not, like,
bedding.
I still be
section.
there.
It's all relaxing over there.
You figure it out.
He's
He got his pretty
Let me
lady.
tell you something.
We take everything
Never,
like one step at a
ever say no.
No, that's been my
You just
problem.
said
The cup is really selling it for me.
No, that isn't a problem. You actually know what you're doing.
Damn, you got a
Pretty
fresh
lady.
cut too.
He's
Right,
looking
he's
good,
just
right?
He looks like he's
with
12.
the Superman curl.
Gato, you saw that?
Stick curl.
You saw the hat we brought you? Somebody get the hat.
No, I saw the hat.
You saw it?
Karen brought it.
That
I
is.
won't wear that hat.
That is Gato. Gatito.
I will not be a good sport about that.
All right, should we wrap this up and get rolling?
We did. I can't believe we actually played the show on time.
All right, midday show. Where are we going to be?
I have no idea.
We're heading up on a boat.
Somewhere in the sea.
Somewhere
PGA.
off to sea. PGA. Our crew's going to be here. We're going to be there.
Listen,
and we'll see what happens.
She
We're
exaggerated.
doing our own version of Survivor.
She's so exaggerating. We're not going to go to the sea. If anything, we'll be on the inlet to see if the gizmo works. That's what this whole thing, for me, is about. And there'll be some singing
We're
and
gonna
some
go
laughs.
C-S-E-E.
We'll make Freddie walk the plank really quick.
Safari man. All right, have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Tune in midday. See where we're at. We'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Don't be late. Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.